Hi, my name is Bruce. I go to San Mateo High School and I'm a rising sophomore. So for my starter project, I created the useless machine. So you might have seen this on YouTube. It just turns itself off, pretty much. So how this works is essentially when I flip this switch, it obviously, turns on the power and it tells the motor to move the little arm thing up and out of this little box here to come and turn the switch off. But the thing is that if it turns the switch off, how is the arm still able to move afterwards to go back inside the box? That's because there's actually a second switch. I don't know if you can see it, like in here, kind of. So normally when the arm is in its resting position, like the entire thing is off, it's pushing down on that switch. So both switches are off. But when I turn it on, when the arm moves up, at the same time, that like second switch also gets turned on because like the arm isn't pressing down on it anymore, right? So then once I turn the first switch off, the arm is still like not in its resting position, so the second switch is still on, and because the second switch is on but the first switch is off, it kind of like switches the current, so the motor moves in a different direction and the red LED gets turned on instead of the green one. So how the motor actually works is it has like magnets in it. So essentially there's like magnets on each side, and then the axle itself is wrapped in like a bunch of like wires, right? And then when you run electricity through it, it turns the wires into a magnet, right? Because electricity produces magnetic fields, and then it's repelled by the magnets on each side, so it starts spinning, and then because the axle is attached to it, the axle itself like spins by proxy, right? So for this project, what did I enjoy? Well, putting together the mechanisms probably, right? Like, and seeing it actually work, it's pretty fun to use. The big thing I learned was just how to solder, like, because I had to do that to assemble the PCB board. So that was probably the biggest thing I learned. Where did I struggle? If I'm being honest, the biggest annoyance with the project is having to peel off the protective film on the box pieces because I don't have very good nails. And the second biggest struggle was actually putting the box together because it's super annoying to get everything to, fit together. And then in terms of the actual mechanism, the only struggle I had was when I first put it together originally, the arm actually went a bit to the left and it completely missed the switch. So I had to like add some extra spacing like on the inside where the arm is attached to the motor to shift it to the left. And that's it for my starter project.